Okay, so there you have it. There's the baby and the stars from 2001. That was the star child. Okay, if you remember in 2002, what did they do? They blew up Jupiter to create a second star. If you follow any of the 2001 Arthur C. Clarke, he was a Mason, and that's the manifesto, that's the plan of creating a star. It's written. Okay, it's all out there. Read all of the books if you want to know what their plan is. This is talking about the sheep. Sheep can't deal with responsibility. That's why we have politicians. They think that they're God. So here we have a picture of Barack Obama and a few other politicians that are supposed to take all the scary things of life, responsibility, death, embarrassment, disease, and make it all happy and fair for them, which is not reality. You look at reality, look at the animals, it's crazy, it's wild, it's survival of the fittest. There's no such thing as fair. But the people, these sheeple, will look to these politicians and look at their faces. Just look at them. They're like, God, Barack Obama, Barack Hussein Obama, you're my favorite, you're my God. You know, look at these people. They're like, oh yes, he's going to make our lives happy. He's going to lower taxes and clean up the environment and crime and everything's going to be fine. Here's my vote. Yes, you're going to make it all happy. Look at them. They're out of control. They're like, yay, you're my hero. Yes, clap, clap, clap. You're going to make everything better for me. My life is going to be better. I can't take responsibility for my life, but thank God you're there, oh one human being, to somehow make everything magical for me. And these sheep, look at them, give power to these people because they are helpless, like this goddamn ape right here. You can't give power to someone else. It doesn't work that way. They're not going to make anything better for you. They're liars. That's why politicians are sneaky and they look like liars, because they're lying, because the sheep there, the audience, are asking them to lie for them. In other words, like Cooper says, they're asking for impossible things, so they'll get impossible things in the form of ridiculous lies from politicians, because that's what the sheep ask for. Actually, Cooper said, it's in his book, in the first chapter, Silent Weapons for Secret Wars. Anyway, back to space. This is Titan 4 launch in the middle of the night. This is try number 2. They're going to shoot this one into Saturn. Why? It's a smaller planet and it's a bigger bomb. Back to the scientific evidence for the people that need it. Okay? Titan 4, again, it's named cryptically, you look up Titan and why it's named that if you want to know. But anyway, this is scrolling to the bottom is the report from CNN to show that now this is before 9/11 when people had guts and people protested and they weren't shock tested into complete fear and slavery to the government, unquestioning docileness. This is back when people protested, before 9/11. People would say, hey, no. And that was before free speech zones and all that crap, the Nazi Germany crap that there. So anyway, this is showing that people did protest this bomb that they're sending into space. Well, what I want to make clear here is that all of the spacecraft was powered by solar power and then sent off into deep space. But now with Galileo and Cassini, they're powered by plutonium, which is a bomb. Not grams, which make up Nagasaki and Hiroshima, but pounds of plutonium. Ridiculous amounts of plutonium. So here they are getting arrested. Of course, again, we have pictures of police arresting dangerous old ladies, who want to protest. But, when you're sending a bomb into space, you gotta protect that, because you're trying to, so you've got no nukes in space. They're protesting the obvious bomb that they're launching into space. It's real, there it is. And the details are at the bottom, and they arrest a bunch of people for, sending this bomb into space. It's a bigger bomb in a smaller planet. The idea is try number 2 and to blow it up to make a star. Very simple. So, in 2004, it actually entered orbit around Saturn. And NASA had on the site that they were going to send it, into the planet on 7708. Because of this video, they removed it. Now they don't talk about when the mission ends, for obvious reasons. The cat's out of bed, blah, blah, blah. So here's some nice pictures of what Cassini looks like. The big bomb orbiting Saturn. And it has some cameras in it to take some pictures and listen for signals and whatever's coming out of transmissions of Saturn. And there it is. So here's another important fact that people don't understand. People do not like the fact that they can be tricked. People can't understand that, and people get angry. The sheep get angry. They can fathom, again, that a bully will come up to them and physically tear them apart. A gorilla, a tiger, a big man, a guy with a gun. They can handle that, but they can't handle being tricked. They will not accept that another human being can trick them. And tricks go on all the time. And I give some examples here that, you know, again, you can be tricked, you can be physically defeated, but not mentally tricked. But people are tricked all the time. Again, with politics, you're tricked into believing in Democrat, Republicans are the same thing. You're tricked into believing in an invisible God. You're tricked into fighting in wars. You're tricked into believing that paper, now look at foreign paper, it looks silly because it's just paper. It looks silly when you look at foreign money because it's paper. Tricked into believing that terrorists are tricked into believing that you're in control of your own life. And here they are like little ants in a farm, you're under control. But you're tricked. And since humans don't like accepting that they are mentally tricked, they allow themselves to become enslaved and tricked because they can't fathom it. They're too proud to admit that their minds are weak things that can be manipulated. And they are manipulated. This is one of a famous scene everybody likes to see. This is an actual college student here explaining, she's in grad school, she doesn't know what a planet is. And she was dead serious. I didn't make that up. Dumbfounded. Didn't even know what to say during the interview, it just, there it is. But that's it. That's America, that's the people, that's the world. They're controlled. How are they controlled? By the TV set. That's what people worship today. That's what their controller is. TV. The screen. Everybody has one. You have one. Most people have one. I don't have one. Throw out your TV. Ooh, you feel scared. You can't do it. You feel like you'll be cut off from reality. When in the truth is, you won't go into reality because you have it backwards. So the sheep believe that TV is reality and that's how they control. Obvious, but here's some examples. How are they controlled? They each believe, as I just wrote, that they're independent. But then we have a magazine showing hipsters, and here's a bunch of hipsters. Where did they get this from? Here they are. There they are. They look like black rimmed glasses, tight clothing, ugly, scraggly beards, jobless. I've got a hat on, I've got 5 o'clock shadow, I'm posing for the camera. Mommy and daddy's paying for me to live in the hip neighborhood outside of New York City. They're hipsters and they got the idea from the magazine, but they think they are being individuals. They think that they are being themselves when they're being the thing on the magazine cover. Here again is the fake blondes. Where do they get this idea from? Cosmopolitan magazine, again, mass media, the TV, says, hi, we're women, we're smart, but now we're fake blondes and we're stupid and silly, and oh my god, like, I don't know how to open this jar, and like, how do I turn on my computer, like, oh my god. And they think, again, they're being individuals, but look at them, they're all being the same, they're little cattle, they're little controlled cattle being the same, not independent. Again, got the rap magazine, showing a rapper, and now we got people, doing what the magazine tells them to do. They do what the TV tells them to do, because hey, TV is reality. So you gotta throw the signs, you gotta do what the TV says. Again, these people think they're being themselves. Whether you're a hipster, a fake blonde, a rap star, rap person, a soccer mom, a whatever you think you are, for the most part, the sheep are behaving in a group-like atmosphere. They're behaving not like themselves. They're behaving in the way this cut group is made for them. So they behave what the group says, and the group is created by the TV, and the TV, of course, is controlled by the powers that be. So what that means is, you're not yourself. You're somebody else. You're a slave that was created.